Picture this. You're in the worst situation imaginable. Everything's gone. Your freedom, your comfort, your future. And yet some people in that same hell don't just survive, they emerge stronger. What separates them?
Viktor Frankl found the answer in the most unlikely laboratory on Earth, a Nazi concentration camp. What he uncovered wasn't luck or physical strength.
It was something far more strategic, a mindset shift that changes how you respond to suffering, setbacks, and uncertainty.
A single mental flip that transforms victims into strategists.
Welcome to Super Fast Mind. Learn with books, where we turn timeless wisdom into tactical advantage. To understand the power of the book we're breaking down today, you have to understand the unique authority of its author.
Frankl didn't just write theory, he lived it. He was both a clinical psychiatrist in pre-war Vienna and a survivor of 4 concentration camps.
The scientist and the subject. His words carry weight because they were field-tested under the most brutal conditions imaginable.
And the book, Man's Search for Meaning, has dominated for nearly 80 years, influencing everyone from Jordan Peterson to Navy SEALs to CEOs.
Frankl's core insight: even in a world stripped of comfort and control, we retain one final freedom.
Today, we're unpacking that freedom, plus 3 practical pathways to meaning, a mindset shift that flips despair into direction, and tools to turn adversity into action.
And to help you apply it fast, we built a free strategic toolkit, the Meaning Playbook, a 1-page guide that turns responsibility into power and pain into clarity.
But first, let's go deeper into the paradox at the heart of Frankl's message. It's not about you, and it's not about the pain.
Most people approach challenges with the wrong question. What's the meaning of my life? Or why is this happening to me?
Those questions lock you into passivity. They assume life is a vending machine. Put in effort, expect answers, wait. When no answer comes, despair follows.
Frankl flips it completely. He said we must stop asking about the meaning of life and instead think of ourselves as those who are being questioned by life, daily and hourly.
The responsibility inversion. You're not waiting for life to hand you meaning. You are the one expected to respond. Even in suffering, you remain the agent.
Crucial distinction. This isn't about self-blame. It's about self-authorship. You're not responsible for what happens to you. You're responsible for what you do next.
Frankl lived this principle long before entering any camp. In 1941, he was offered a U.S. visa. Freedom, safety, opportunity.
But his parents couldn't emigrate. Choice: protect his future or stay in Vienna with his family.
He let the visa expire. That decision wasn't comfortable, it was meaningful. He asked, "What is this moment demanding of me?" The answer wasn't ambition, it was loyalty.
He wasn't responsible for the war, but he owned his response. That act, small on paper, became foundational to his survival strategy.
Jordan Peterson builds on this. He calls Man's Search for Meaning one of the most important books ever written, and built much of 12 Rules for Life on the same principle.
Peterson writes, Viktor Frankl drew a similar social psychological conclusion. Deceitful, inauthentic individual existence is the precursor to social totalitarianism. When you reject responsibility, you invite chaos. But when you embrace it, especially when you could justify not doing so, you become someone you can trust, someone strong enough for whatever life brings.
Real application. Think about a struggle you're facing right now. Work stress, relationship tension, burnout, financial pressure.
Now flip the question. Don't ask, why is this happening? Ask, what is this situation demanding of me?
Clarity, forgiveness, leadership, stillness. Whatever it is, that's your next strategic move. You've just stepped out of reactivity into strategy.
You've made the flip. Now you need a roadmap. Frankl gives us 3 strategic pathways to meaning. At least one is always available no matter what you're going through.
Important context. Logotherapy wasn't born in the camps. Frankl developed it as a sophisticated framework beforehand. The camps didn't inspire it. They stress-tested it under extreme pressure.
First pathway, creative values, meaning through what you build and contribute.
Frankl modeled this in real time. In the camps, he secretly reconstructed his lost manuscript, his entire life's work, writing on scraps of paper, risking severe punishment.
That project gave his suffering a future goal. He wasn't just surviving, he was archiving wisdom for the world.
Your version might be different. A business, a book, a child, a vision. Key question: what would you still build even if no one praised you?
Where the act itself is the reward. That's your creative pathway.
Second, experiential values, meaning through deep appreciation, what you receive from the world.
Frankl's example is powerful. During forced marches, he had vivid mental conversations with his wife. He didn't know if she was alive, but the love was real, and that gave him strength.
He wrote, "The salvation of man is through love and in love. Not about being loved, it's about choosing to love."
This isn't luxury, it's presence. That song, that conversation, that sunset. In hardship, these moments matter more.
In business, it might be the satisfaction of solving a complex problem. In life, it's connection. Gratitude isn't soft, it's fuel.
Third, and most powerful, attitudinal values, how you choose to respond to unavoidable suffering.
Some prisoners gave away their last bread, not because they had more, but because they chose dignity when everything else was gone.
Even when stripped of everything, you can still choose how you respond. That response defines you.
This is where Frankl's concept of the last human freedom becomes tactical, the freedom to choose your response.
He accessed it through self-distancing, split himself into two identities, the suffering prisoner and the observing psychologist.
He wasn't just feeling pain, he was studying it, like a scientist watching a subject. That inner distance created space to think, not just react.
You can do this too. In a heated meeting or argument, mentally step out. Ask, what would I advise someone else in this exact situation?
That gap between stimulus and response, that's where leadership lives. Not detachment, clarity.
Tactical move. Write about your day in third person. She felt overwhelmed at work, like turning on a camera instead of just being in the scene.
Which brings us to Frankl's most counterintuitive concept, tragic optimism. People mistake it for fake positivity. It's not.
It's the refusal to let suffering be meaningless, strength forged through truth, not denial.
Frankl's formula: despair equals suffering minus meaning. Restore meaning, and you reduce despair, even if the pain stays.
He called it the tragic triad: pain, guilt, and death, unavoidable parts of being human. But even within them, you can still say yes to life.
Let's get practical. Your startup crashes, you lose a key client, a relationship ends.
Tragic optimism doesn't mean pretending it's fine. It means asking, what does this experience build in me that I wouldn't have built otherwise?
It turns pain into tuition, makes the suffering functional, something that strengthens you, not just wounds you.
Prompt from the playbook. Every Monday, ask, if I had 6 months to live, how would I spend this week? You'll get clarity fast. Meaning thrives under limits.
Frankl understood that meaning doesn't eliminate suffering, it transforms it. Pain doesn't stop hurting, but it starts building.
It becomes the cost of growth, the forge where your character is shaped, the source of your future authority.
This connects directly to what we explored in our last episode, thinking fast and slow.
We showed how your own intelligence creates mental traps, and how your fast-thinking brain often leads you astray.
This is the flip side. Your mind can also liberate you. The same brain that deceives you can empower you if you install better questions.
When you apply Frankl's responsibility inversion, you're not waiting for meaning, you're generating it. That's leadership.
Let's lock in the core takeaways.
First, flip the question. Stop asking what life owes you, start asking what life expects of you.
Second, use the 3 pathways. Create something, appreciate something, choose your response. One is always open.
Third, practice self-distancing. Step out of the storm, observe before you react.
Fourth, embrace tragic optimism. Don't waste pain, extract meaning from it.
Now here's your checkpoint and your challenge. Which of these insights are you pretending to know but still not living? Because insight without action is just intellectual comfort. You don't need more quotes, you need more execution.
We created the Meaning Playbook, a 1-page tactical guide to help you apply this entire framework fast.
Totally free, high leverage, links in the description.
And if you missed our last episode, it pairs perfectly with this one.
It's called The Trap Your Mind Sets Every Day, based on Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. We unpack how your own intelligence creates invisible traps and how to design better environments for decision-making.
Together, these episodes give you the full toolkit, the cognitive traps to avoid, and the existential strategies to rise.
This is Super Fast Mind, where dense wisdom becomes clear strategy.
Subscribe for more. Drop a comment. What book should we break down next?
Until next time, own the meaning.
Live the strategy.